everyone, and welcome to Apryse Answers, the series where we search for document processing related questions around the internet and show you how you can solve them using the Apryse SDK. Today's episode is all around PDF generation. So, we found 3 different Reddit threads that all have questions somehow related to generating a PDF. In r/node, a developer asked how to generate PDFs from dynamic data, where one user might have a single page PDF and another might have multiple pages. Over in r/business intelligence, someone was asking about mass generating thousands of PDF reports on a weekly or monthly basis, taking data from somewhere, throwing it into templates, and then storing those documents. And finally, a developer over on r/Electron.js asked if an Electron app can generate PDFs from an HTML template, things like receipts and invoices. Now, at first glance, these might all seem like pretty different questions, but they're actually pretty closely related. And to prove it to you, I'm going to answer all of them with a single demo app. So my use case today is point-of-sale software for Apryse Eats. This food company has both individual customers as well as corporate clients who do big catering orders. So we're going to need to generate everything from simple single receipts all the way up to bulk generating our monthly invoices for our corporate clients. Let's go ahead and get into this app. First, I'm going to start up my Electron app. And when you first open it, you'll see a monthly overview dashboard. Here you have things like top customers, top selling items, a couple of charts, as well as the ability to generate a BI report for a given month. So if we go ahead and click generate, then we will see that our server SDK in the backend took all of that data, images of those charts, put it into a template that we had, and then we're actually using our Apryse web viewer to go ahead and display this document for us here. So we can see we have the charts, we have the top customers, all this order data, and this is a pretty big document. And Apryse can support really, really big documents. So don't worry if you think you have a lot, we can probably handle it. All right, so after our dashboard, we also have a place where we can see all of our global orders. And here, on any single order, you can go ahead and click to get a receipt for it. So maybe I want to see a receipt just for an order that had a single item. I can go ahead and press that and see that receipt. But maybe I want to be sure that if I have a really big order, my template is not going to break. So let's go ahead and check another order, and we can see that when we go and get the receipt for that, Apryse will take care of making sure that that can go onto multiple pages. Now, these are all great, we're taking data, throwing it into templates, and maybe we don't really like how this is formatted, or we do a rebrand or something. It's pretty easy, since we're using templates, to go in and just make that change. So maybe for an easy one to see, I'm just going to go in and change the font size on our header. We'll go over and generate a new receipt. And boom, nice and big. Next up, we have our customer view. Here we can see our leaderboard for who has spent the most money with us, as well as select different customer profiles to see what they have done in the past, and also generate individual customer reports as well. So I've showed you a bunch of one-off reports, but another thing we want to do is be able to generate a lot of reports at once. And so this is a great use for our server SDK to programmatically generate those reports that you need. Now, to make sure I can keep this pretty visual, I included a bulk generation, bulk reports part here in my app. Go ahead and generate those corporate invoices. It'll take just a second while it's going ahead and processing, taking the data, putting that data into the templates. And then once the generation is complete, this bulk reports area of my app will actually show you the generated batch, and you can go ahead and click through and make sure everything is to your liking. Lastly, we have this documents tab that has all of those output files, so we can go ahead and click through on what we needed. All right, so there is the demo app. And we were able to touch on those questions from the 3 different threads. So helping our friend over at r/node, wanting to make sure they can generate PDFs of varying lengths. Helping our friend over at r/business intelligence, letting them know that yes, the Apryse server SDK can definitely do bulk generation jobs for you. And then hopefully it was self-evident to our friend over at r/Electron.js that yes, in fact, you can create PDFs from HTML templates within an Electron app, like I showed here today. In fact, Apryse actually supports a ton of languages, frameworks, integrations, so wherever you like to build, you can make use of Apryse for any of your document processing needs. If you want to explore more on your own, definitely check out the links in the description to get access to the code to this sample app as well as our documentation. Thank you for watching. We'll keep searching for unanswered questions, and I'll be back with more Apryse Answers.